Hi guys, welcome back to another weekly analysis video. In this video, we'll talk about Nifty's chart and what plan can we have for the next week. Let's begin by understanding one important thing that last week we had a minor bounce, right? We had a minor bounce of 250 to 300 points and the emotion, the sentiment is of ATH. Try to understand the difference. There was a corrective pattern. Market had a nice fall in the market. We saw a good fall. Market gave a bounce for 250 to 300 points. But how is the sentiment? As if that market is now only going for ATH. There's a difference between when you understand market structure, how the narrative is built, how the sentiments are shifted. It's very important that you don't get carried away with them. What happened last week was something which we expected towards the end here. What happened was we took an end pattern at this point. Now, this question I asked in the Telegram group live in the market when market made this kind of correction in a pullback. I asked one question that whether this is an end pattern or not. So those who are following your market structure, those who are studying the Elliot Wave Master Course, they should be very clear that this is an end pattern. Now, this end pattern is coming after a high probability setup. A low risk, high probability setup is built here. This is nothing but your ending diagonal pattern. After this, you're seeing an end pattern. So this is a very, very clear indication of a rally coming in the market. Now, if this pattern is itself means this ending diagonal pattern itself means that minimum pullback will be till this point, and most likely it is going to hit the starting point of where it came from, where this downfall started, where this pattern started. Market is going to retrace that is for sure, right? So there was going to be a bullish move in the market. Right now we had one other stock. We had SRF gave us a good move, and this was shared when market bounced from this level. I was checking, I was waiting for the market to react from here. This is one of my GAN researches and stock picks which I shared in the Telegram group for free. This was the confirmation level 22,823 level. After that, we had a nice 3%, 3.3 or 3.5% rally. Okay. So this was last week's story. Right now, what we're going to do is for next week, market, we are going to plan in a reactive state. There's a difference between being proactive and reactive. Now, when the market was somewhere here, okay, what did the market do? It made a move like this, fall, and then it started to move here. So before the rally, right? So before the rally, this area we were proactive, looking for setup before the move comes. All right. This is proactiveness before the move comes. Now, reactive is we have to wait for some reaction. We have to wait for some move to come, then react on that. That is reactive. So right now, what we're going to do is we're going to do reactive analysis here. So from the top, the fall which came here, 25,450 level. So last week, quickly revise, what did we discuss? We discussed 38 to 50% zone, correct? 38 to 50% zone. Now, 38 to 50% zone is very important for us because when this 38 to 50% zone crosses, we can understand that yes, the previous fall is completed. We can understand that the previous fall is completed and market can go higher. Now, this, how do we plan? How do we plan? We are exactly standing in the 38 to 50% zone. How do we plan here? So this is nothing but your zone of continuation. I have repeated this so many times in all the weekly analysis videos that this zone of continuation, when there's a fast move in the market and then you see a pullback, that is the time you want to draw this 38 to 50% zone. You have to wait for this pullback to start and then draw it. Here, market will decide whether it wants to fall down or whether it wants to break out again. Very clear? This should be very clear. This is our plan. Right now, because market is standing exactly in middle of the zone, we are going to do reactive analysis, meaning we are going to wait for market next week to either break out, come back, retest, go higher, end pattern, fall down, pull back, and then go on. This is another end pattern. Simple. This is how we are going to look for a setup. Now, if you want to do proactive here, it can definitely be very, very profitable because you are predicting the next move. Okay. Suppose you're predicting a downfall here. If you're predicting a downfall here, your SL will be very, very small. Your SL will be very, very small. Same thing. If you want to predict, if you're predicting upside move here like this, again, your SL will be this range and it will be comparatively small. Here it is a little bit bigger, but you can minimize it. You can change it for smaller SL. So this break of this zone is very, very important. The reason is because it will change the landscape of the entire move here. So the bulls, if you look at this fall from here, 25,450 level, this is one of your move, next move, and then the final leg. If this breaks on the upside, listen to this very carefully, there's a high probability chance that we are going to retest this level. There's another probability we can go higher also, but right now, for this case, right now, we'll take conservative target, meaning safe target of 25,240. Okay, we'll take a safe target of this. There's a high probability chance because this will become your wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, or wave 5. This will be an expanding diagonal. Okay, expanding. How does it look? It looks like this, where all the waves are becoming bigger and bigger. Okay, this is like an expanding diagonal, and price will retest the latest swing here very fast. Price will retest the latest swing here very fast. Now here we are standing where we are standing here at this point. We want confirmation. We want confirmation that whether market is going to break the 38 to 50% zone or not. This is what we are looking for. All right. So what if, for us, first plan is very clear. If it breaks here, we're looking for 25,200, 240 level. If it does not break, what next? If it does not break, if market falls down immediately, what do we do? In that case, if we go to a smaller, higher time frame little bit, if I go to a higher time frame, then this is a daily chart of Nifty. If the zone holds, then we can see some sideways momentum, or market will go for this swing low here. This will be nearly again 200 to 300 points fall, 24,300 level. Simple. So our analysis is very simple. When you come to reactive analysis, you're waiting for market to show the next path. This is required to have a lot of patience. Patience is required here because market will play with your emotions. Market will play with your emotions. Keep this in mind when we go forward for next week. And this is just a small, simple analysis for you for the coming week. Stocks, I'll share it in the Telegram group, the picks, stock picks. Make sure you have turned down your notifications on Telegram messages, because when you request to join, someone from the team will message you regarding your some questions, and just answer those questions, and then you will get the free entry. Now, keep in mind that higher time frame, if there is a breakdown, like I've told you before itself, if there's a big breakdown in the market, we are looking for a higher time frame 38 to 50% zone, which is coming near 24,170 to 24,700, 23,700. This is a bigger time frame, 30 to 50% zone. There are chances that market goes completely sideways like this. Okay, there are chances where market breaks out like this in form of a diagonal pattern. A lot of things are happening. Everything at the moment, we are stuck here at this point, right? So it depends on what market is doing here. So what we're doing is we're taking safe approaches, small steps. We are not predicting 1,000 points rally, 2,000 points rally, nothing flashy, nothing catchy. We are looking for the next 300 points, 200 to 300 points, and then we will review the chart again. This is how we are doing slow and steady analysis. All right. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, take care and be safe.